Hey guys, welcome to Superlative Radio. Dylan Stone here with you. Hope you enjoy the following vlog. Hey guys, Dylan Stone, another vlog right here, Superlative Radio. Today, I want to talk about cars. And the reason that this comes up like this is because I was walking the dogs a radio the other day, and somebody drove by in an old 70s car. It was actually a Buick LeSabre, for those of you that know the car. It made me go, whoa! And even at that, if I had it, I wouldn't be driving it in the winter. But, technically, we hadn't got our snowstorm yet, so it was still quite, But anyway, they drove by, and I was like, wow, cars just aren't what they used to be. It sort of made me think about, in a sense, as I had said in my music video, the transition of the way cars have come about. And, cars to me peaked 60, I'll say somewhere in the 60s, because, I was going to say, 63, 64, but even, the 68 Mustang and the 60, and some of the 70s cars are beautiful, but I'll say the cars peaked somewhere in the 60s. And they should have kept them in that form. When cars were still cars, they were still made of metal. They still had oomph to them. Cars today are it's like everything else, unfortunately. It's planned obsolescence. Cars aren't made to last anymore. That's a business decision. I understand that, you need a new car every couple of years, and it's just the way that things have come to the modern world. I miss stick shift. I've always enjoyed driving stick. From the time I took my lessons on it, I've enjoyed it. And if you go back and you look, I just wonder, let me know down below, how many of you guys have ever gotten to drive a car pre-1980, let's say? Have any of you guys ever got to drive a car pre-1980? Have any of you guys ever driven a car from the 50s? Have you ever driven a car from the 30s and 40s? Have you ever driven an old, say, a Model A or a Model T? Have you ever driven one of those? Have you had the pleasure of being behind the wheel of one of those? I have. There was a guy that used to live up the road at our country house who collected old cars. He had a Model A, he had a Model T, he had all these old cars. Of course, like I said, my grandfather was a mechanic, so a lot of times he'd have him come up and fix the cars and do things that needed to get done. My grandfather was in his glory with that stuff. He was happier than a pig in slop when he could go up and work on those cars, because he grew up learning on those, and he knew them well. He used to take them for drives and take them after he'd worked on them, or take them before he worked to know what was wrong or do. And of course, I was around. And he was the one that taught me about cars. So being that situation, I got exposed to a lot of cars that most people don't. And I got to drive a Model T. I was about 15. And he had to teach me how to do it and show me what to do. But it's something I will remember until I die. It was pleasurable because it opened me up to a world that's gone. I got to drive an old 50s car, and I've gotten to drive cars from the 60s, and I've gotten to feel the difference in a lot of these cars. They feel different. Cars, every car that you drive, it's like women. Every woman feels different. It's all how you drive them. But that's another story. Some are built for comfort, some are built for speed. It's just a matter of some of the cars are just wonderful. They just feel good. The very first Corvette I ever drove was a I think it was like a 70, what year did this guy buy it? A family friend married a rich woman, and her father was mayor, and he married a rich woman, and, you know, he got to buy all kinds of toys and things that, you know. In fact, it was at his house I saw the first Macintosh stereo system I'd ever seen. If you know anything about stereos, Macintosh, you know that was top of the line, and they were expensive. In fact, you know, when you bought a Macintosh system, they came with a lifetime guarantee. Can you believe that? They don't have that stuff anymore. You can't buy anything with a lifetime guarantee anymore. That's way old world. But these Macintosh systems came with a lifetime guarantee. If anything broke, you took it back, you got a new one right away. No questions asked. That was the way things should be today. That would bring things up a notch again. Anyway, he went out and bought a Corvette Stingray just for a toy. And he showed up at my uncle's house, who was his best friend, and showed it to the family and of course, my grandfather took it for a spin, and we were out, and he said to me, "You want to take it for a spin?" And I was like, "Yeah." It was a 77, 78. It was a beautiful Corvette. It was gorgeous. It was white, and it was just tan interior. It was gorgeous. Beautiful year. And I sat in the seat holding the wheel, and I hadn't even moved, and I remember thinking, yeah, this feels good. And I hadn't even driven it yet, and it was like it felt good. We drove it all over and did, you know, and I got to feel what it felt like. Old cars feel amazing because they were cars. Like if you get into a new car today, you don't have the same feel as you used to with these with the new cars. The new cars don't feel anything like it. They don't have that same je ne sais quoi, I guess. I don't know. It just isn't the same. And I miss it. I miss driving old cars. So if you guys have the opportunity to drive a car pre-1980, just to feel the difference, I would highly recommend you do. Now, like I said, please let me know below what cars you managed to drive prior to 1980. And let me know what you think of them. Do you feel the difference between cars then and cars now? Do you like them better now, or do you like them better then? I know there's a lot of safety features that they have now that they didn't have then, obviously, but, you know, all things considered, do you like them better now, or do you like them better then? That is basically my question for the vlog today. We'll see you guys soon. Hey guys, thanks for watching Superlative Radio. Come back anytime, and when you do, please make sure you subscribe, make sure you leave a comment. We really want to know what you think. We'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, because that's the way it's supposed to be.